Good morning, class. Hope and pray you all are safe and healthy. Students, today we are going to start syllabus of second term. Let's start with chapter number 38, the phrase, the clause and the sentence. Students, today we will learn meaning and kinds of the phrase, the clause and the sentence. Now, what is a phrase? Phrase is a group of words which makes sense but not complete sense. For example, on the river of great wealth. These groups of words are having meaning, are having sense, but that sense is incomplete. So these are examples of phrases. Students, remember that a phrase does not contain a finite verb. It has neither a subject nor a predicate. Now, clause. Clause is a group of words which forms part of a sentence and contains a subject and a predicate. For example, he is a man of wealth. This group of words is having complete meaning. So, this is a clause. Some other examples, he was eating a sandwich. I fear that I shall not pass the test. These are examples of clauses. Students, remember that a clause contains a finite form, a form of a verb. Now, sentence. Sentence is a group of words which makes a complete sense. For example, he is a man of means. This group of words is having its complete meaning. So, this is an example of a sentence. Now, let's compare phrase, clause, and sentence. All these three are group of words. A phrase is having no finite verb. Sometimes it may have a subject. A clause that has a subject and a predicate. And a sentence that also has a subject and a predicate. Phrase is having no definite meaning. Clause has a meaning of its own, and a sentence expresses a complete idea, a complete thought. To obtain a definite meaning, to obtain a complete sense, phrase should be used in a sentence. And clause, it forms part of a larger sentence. Kinds of phrases. Phrases are of three kinds: adjective phrase, adverb phrase, and noun phrase. Adjective phrase is a group of words which performs the function of an adjective in a sentence. Means a group of words which qualify the noun in a sentence is called an adjective phrase. Now let's see examples. He is a wealthy man. They belong to a hill tribe. In these sentences, wealthy and hill, these are adjectives. And in the next sentences, he is a man of wealth. They belong to a tribe dwelling in the hills. In these sentences, phrases of wealth and dwelling in the hills, these are adjective phrases because these are qualifying the nouns man and tribe like adjectives. Now let's compare adjectives and adjective phrases. A red coat. In this sentence, red is adjective. A coat of red color. Of red color is adjective phrase. A golden bangle. Golden is adjective. A bangle made of gold. Made of gold is adjective phrase. Students, remember that phrase does not contain a finite verb, but it may contain non-finite verb like infinitive, participle or gerund. Adverb phrase. An adverb phrase is a group of words which does the work of an adverb in a sentence. Now let's see some examples. He spoke to me rudely. He is sleeping now. In these two sentences, rudely and now are adverbs. These adverbs are modifying verbs spoke and is sleeping. He spoke to me in a rude manner. He is sleeping at this very moment. In these sentences, in a rude manner and at this very moment, these are adverb phrases. These are modifying verbs spoke and is sleeping. These are doing work of adverbs. So these are adverb phrases. Now let's compare adverbs and adverb phrases. He fought bravely. In this sentence, bravely is adverb. He fought in a brave manner. In a brave manner, this is adverb phrase. I live there. There is adverb. I live at that place. At that place is adverb phrase. Noun phrase. A noun phrase is a group of words which performs the function of a noun in a sentence. Now let's see some examples. I love books. Forgiveness is a noble quality. In these two sentences, books and forgiveness, these are nouns. I love reading books. To forgive one's enemies is a noble quality. In these sentences, reading books and to forgive one's enemies, these are used like nouns, means these words are doing function of nouns. So these are noun phrases. Students, beside these three kinds of phrases, there are verb phrases, conjunctional phrases and prepositional phrases also. There are some phrases which can be used both as adjective and adverb phrase in different sentences. Now, kinds of clauses. Before I discuss kinds of clauses, students remember that a clause is the basic unit of grammar, or we can say a clause is the smallest unit of a sentence. It is a group of words that contains a verb and usually other parts too. A clause may form part of a sentence or it may be a complete sentence in itself. Basically, clauses are of two kinds: main clause and subordinate clause. Let's see with example. We should live where the climate is good. If we divide this sentence is having two parts. First is we should live and second is where the climate is good. If we see carefully, then we will find that the first part means to say we should live. This part is having its complete meaning, its complete sense, but the second part, where the climate is good, it needs help of first part to complete its sense. So we should live. This is main clause. This is independent clause. And where the climate is good. This is dependent or subordinate clause. Subordinating clauses are of three kinds: adjective clause, noun clause, and adverb clause. Adjective clause does the work of an adjective in a sentence, and generally these begin with that, which, who, whom, whose, with, etc. A noun clause does the work of a noun in a sentence, and generally it gives answer of a question what. Adverb clause does the work of an adverb in a sentence, and these kind of clauses give answer of when, how, where, how often, etc. Now, coordinating clause. Clauses joined by coordinating conjunctions are called coordinate clauses. Let's see with example. He is very poor, he does not beg. If we join these main clauses, we will get a sentence: he is very poor but he does not beg. Both these clauses are having its own subject and predicate. These are having its complete meaning. And so when clauses of equal rank, or we can see when independent clauses are joined with coordinating conjunctions, those are known as coordinate clause. Now, sentences. Students, you all know that a sentence is a group of words which makes a complete sense. On the basis of a structure, sentences are of three kinds: simple sentence, complex sentence, and compound sentence. Now, let's see with examples. He goes. This sentence is having only one clause, that is main clause. So this is simple sentence. He goes when I came. This sentence is having two clauses. One clause is he goes and the second is when I came. He goes is main clause, independent clause, and when I come, this is a subordinate clause. This is example of complex sentence. He goes and I come. This sentence is also having two clauses, and both these clauses are main clauses, independent clauses. So this is example of compound sentence. Students, now let's see once again different kinds of sentences. Simple sentence contains only one main clause and it has only one subject and one finite verb. Complex sentence is made up of one main clause and one or more subordinate clauses joined together by a subordinating conjunction. Compound sentence contains two or more main clauses joined together by a coordinating conjunction. And students, remember, main clause is also known as independent clause. Students, revise this full chapter carefully and try to do its exercise. Thank you and take care.